Hello and welcome to the another episode of Being a Better Dev. In this video, I'm going to talk about something which bothers every software engineer. And this is something which I had conversation with many of the engineers in the last few days. And I realized that this is the question which haunts many of the engineers. So I thought, why not discuss about it? So this is something which I figured and I talked to multiple people, got their opinion, and this is something which I learned by making some mistakes in the past as well. So the point which I want to discuss is that how do you keep yourself in touch and updated with the latest tech? So you might be working in some software engineering company, you might be writing bunch of codes, you might be designing, you might be doing your code reviews, and maybe you would be enhancing your product in a way which generates more revenue for your company. But somehow what happens is that in a particular company, if your company is good, then they are not going to use every tech stack or everything available on the planet, right? It will happen that if a particular tech suits your use case, you are going to use it. If a particular tech stack does not suit your use case, you are not going to use it. A typical tech stack has bunch of 10, 12 things from right from storage to compute to deployments, etc. And you would be using one or the other flavor of the same stuff. But sometimes it happens that how do I grow myself? How do I learn something beyond my work? Let's say I want to learn Cassandra. How do I learn that? Or if there was a past team of mine in which I was using Elasticsearch, so how do I continue my skill in Elasticsearch? Is there a risk of me losing the skills of Elasticsearch if I move to a new team? So there were lots of questions which were put forward by multiple people. So there are a few things which I tried, and this is in no way a general rule which is written somewhere. So you can feel free to use your own experiences or experience of the people you trust. But this is something which I tried and something which worked for me. So I thought, why not share in this platform? So the first thing you can do, and this is in a stepwise approach overall. So the first thing you can do is that you can start by learning the topics of your choice. Now, this will sound cliche, I know, but I have anyway created a whole video on how to improve yourself in self learning. So, the first thing is you learn by yourself. That is, you figure out a topic which you wish to learn, and then you cover the depth and the breadth of that topic. You read books, and then you eventually create a pet project for yourself. It can be a mini startup like back end, front end, and storage, etc. You have everything, you are in control of everything, and then you can deploy it somewhere. So I also created a video how to deploy a project on Azure. You can do that, or there are multiple other platforms you can deploy your project there. And I have also created a video on what are the bare minimum things you need to learn to deploy your project. So that's the first thing you can do. And of course, you can enhance your skills by adding the tech which you want to. You want to use Elasticsearch in your project, you use it. Nobody is going to question, right? So you keep on learning by yourself, and that's how you can actually grow yourself more and more. But the problem with this approach, and I would say this, the problem with this approach overall is that it is limited. It is way too limiting for a person after, let's say, a few weeks, or if you have more patience and perseverance, maybe after a few months, you will get bored that, hey, I'm just learning new tech every week, and that's in no way helping me because now it's sort of monotonic. So, how do you grow yourself? And there is nobody to tell you that whether you are doing the right thing or not. So, let's say you use Elasticsearch. Nobody is going to question you that, hey, have you used Elasticsearch in the right way or not? So, here comes the second thing which I followed, and I have to say that it worked for me. It did magic to my backend engineering skills overall. So the second thing you can do is that whatever you learn, try to share with the people, try to share and give back to the community. So for example, let's say you learn something or you know something, you want to validate whether this thing is good enough or not. So, or you are sure that the thing is good, but you want to have more discussion around it. If you are comfortable, put things on YouTube. If you are camera friendly or a person who likes to come in front of camera, then definitely put it on YouTube, share it with the people you know, and of course the whole community, and then you will get feedbacks, you will have the comments, discussion, and all those things, and you will learn. If you are not very much comfortable with the camera, try to share the stuffs on Medium articles. There is a website, very famous website, medium.com. You can check out that website. A lot of good people and a lot of companies put their article on that website, so you can do that. Or you can put the content in the LinkedIn article section as well, because LinkedIn promotes their article section a lot. So you will in a way have that engagement. That is, if you put something, you will try to be correct, and when you try to be correct, what will happen is that you will do more analysis. So let's say today I know something about Kafka, that how the partitions and how the Kafka broker works. Now imagine I plan to post a LinkedIn article. I will definitely will want myself to be correct. So what I'll do is that I cannot just post any random gibberish thing on LinkedIn or on, let's say, YouTube. I will try to be correct. So that will be the motivation overall, that even if you know, or even if I know Kafka, I'm not going to put some without verifying it properly. And maybe at times I'll have a proofreading with one of my friends that, hey, this is what I'm planning to post. How does it look? Is it factually correct? That's the most important thing. The styling and the language and all those things are okay, but you don't want to be factually incorrect. You don't want to say something which is abrupt and bizarre and all those things. So that is one way to enhance your skill. You plan something, you can plan and learn that, hey, I want to learn what are the different network protocols using which two services communicate with each other. There are many. It can be a TCP connection, UDP connection, it can be streaming, or for example, it could be a gRPC based connection. There are multiple ways in which services can communicate. Now you will read about it, you will experiment around it, you will write sample code, you will maybe test the performance, and then you will post on LinkedIn or wherever. And then it will make sense, that will give gravity to your post. And not just the post, but it will enhance your learning overall. So that's the second thing which helps me a lot, that I post things on YouTube. I have been posting the content on YouTube since last around more than an year now, and that's what I have seen, that even if I know a content, when I post things on YouTube, I definitely want to be sure with the things. Even if I know it fully, I would verify it, I would experiment it, and I will run code. Maybe if if it is not possible to run code, and it needs more analysis, then I do that. I talk to the people who have actually implemented the same thing. It I try to be that the content is vetted by enough people before putting it. So that helps to enhance your skill. There's a second thing you can do. The first was, as we discussed, you learn by yourself, but it is limited by the motivation you have, the perseverance you have. The second thing is you can share your knowledge with other people, and that will definitely have magic for your skill. And the third thing is very independent of the second thing, and that is, you build a small community, or you build a small group of people with whom you can discuss and enhance your knowledge. So imagine or remember when people go to gym or workout. Let's say you go to workout every day alone, and then every day you keep on pushing yourselves that, hey, I'll go and legs, bicep, tricep, whatever workouts you are doing every day. After a certain time, you will get bored, and very few people will have that. consistency and perseverance to continue it for years. But let's say you figure out a gym partner. Now there are two people who are going to the gym together. So you will have more motivation. The same thing holds true for our domain as well. And I think it holds true for everything which we do, or not just our domain, but all the domain. That you figure out a small community of people, 4 or 5 people, and then you can meet once a week or once a month, and then you can discuss on one of the topics. For example, you can say that, hey, I'm using Redis for not just for caching, I'm using it for locations. So then people can chip in, then say that, hey, it works awesome for geolocation. And the third one can say that, yeah, I use Redis even for rate limiter. So then you can have a discussion, and when you have discussion, you can exchange ideas, and that will help. Likewise, somebody can come and say that, hey, I'm using a Kafka cluster of 3 nodes with, let's say, 8 GB RAM and 2 core processor, and it works wonderful. It is able to process around 1 million message per second. Then somebody can ask that, how is it able to process 1 million message per second? What computation you are doing? So likewise, you can have those discussion among yourselves, among those 2, 3, 4 people. And then, those people should be like-minded people, and that will help you to validate your thoughts. And also, when you explain anything to anyone, then you will try to be correct. So that exchange of ideas will definitely help you. So for that, what I have been doing is that I run a small LinkedIn community of 40, 50 people, and they are the like-minded people, awesome people working in different companies and all. And that's what we do. We meet once a week and discuss on the topics which we are interested into. Nothing serious. So we try to keep it as casual as possible, so that people are free to engage and share their ideas, and that helps. So these are the three things I would say. And this is definitely not an exhaustive list of three things. The first is you try and learn things by yourself. The second was, as I talked about, you can uh, post things on LinkedIn, YouTube, etc., and that will enhance your knowledge. And the third is you build a small community of good people, and then you discuss things with those people. So that will also help. So these three things does wonders to your tech skills overall. This is something which you can do apart from your work. Not saying that the work does not enhance your knowledge, it does. And I would say that if you are lucky enough to be in a organization or a company which does good engineering, then that is the best thing to that is the best place from where you can learn from, because that will be the real skill and not just some technical mumbo jumbo by someone. It will be the real engineering which people would be doing in your company. So that would be the best thing. But apart from work, if you wish to do anything else, then you need to have the amount of motivation. So all those things can come into play when you involve more people. So that's what I wanted to talk about today in this video. I chose this topic because there were many people who were having a similar conversation with me. I think last week I met around 4 or 5 people who had the similar lines of thought, that or questions, that how do I enhance my skill. So I think this is something which will help you definitely, and I can personally vouch for these approaches which worked for me. So yeah, that's it from my side for this video. I hope this video was helpful, and if it was helpful, do give us a thumbs up and like, and also like and comment and subscribe to my channel. It really makes a difference. Till the next time, bye.